Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome back to my channel Alvian. And today in the morning I was just realized that my blog will be disappeared. Oh my goodness. Because I didn't even realize that this Ghost Pro, the platform that I use to write some of my writings in the blogs, I had three writings already and just realized that it's not that free. For example, I want to go to the org here. Yeah, you want to have writings and want to post your writings. You can go to the org, and just like the WordPress or just like the Drupal, they also provide a content management system that you can use to post your writings here. And sadly, turns out 14 days only. Yeah, you cannot do anything 14 days after. Like this, I already have my management console here, and I cannot even click every single thing in the left sidebar. So sad and really, really sad. Meaning that I need to somehow, migrate this manually. Like, for example, I had three posts and click on the inspect element and do that one by one for the writings and to back up every single thing here manually to a self-hosted goes. And not only they provide the pro version, I mean you can use pro version, and they provide tiers like starter, creators, team, and business, with every single pricing inside of it. You can also use self-hosted, and yeah, this makes sense because uh, actually for the first they provide this journey, they open source this project, and then they create a pro version of it. So that's okay for me. Oh yeah, why do I need to choose the self-hosted instead of using this? Because yeah, of course, my blog is not that really much need a lot of traffic coming in, so I don't need this much for a month, so I can save probably 4 or 5 bucks of dollars. This is time to migrate. Like I already created like a diagrams, only a simple diagram. That first, previously used the managed host from the official Ghost server managed hosted here, and I want to try to move all over the things like post or anything inside to the Ghost server self-hosted here. And once it's ready in self-hosted, I create this provision this server already, and then try to redirect the traffic over here. So yeah, that's the safest and convenient way to migrate, right? And one thing to know that I use Cloudflare to route the traffic. The DNS management, I am using Cloudflare as an instance in the end. And also another thing that I use is use the Google Analytics to no, not traffic, but analytics for every single traffic. So I wanna show you guys analytics here. I already have a project for my website, personal website, like this alfianfirmancia.com. I use tags, Google tags inside of my these blocks in header, so everything can be seen, like how many visitors per day or how many visitors for a month that you want to analyze, for every single page that I have in a blogs. So it's really comfortable to use, and how many country visitors that you want to see. Really comprehensive here, so so I don't need to worry about anything. So maybe I need to consider this one too when I migrate the tags also. So I also have a search console, Google Search Console tools to, somehow to index my page to the Google indexing. So for example, you have a wait, go to the google.com first, and then your blog, whether it's appear on your Google ranking or not. So here it will be basically, uh, see, you can see over all the things in the Google indexing, because I also use this search console for this SEO, search engine optimization. So I need to consider this one, but as long as this work behind the domains, so I don't need to do anything. It's not gonna be move anywhere. So I don't need to do anything here. But for the Google Analytics, yes, I do need something like migrating the text of header later on. This gonna be considered one. Okay, what is actual self-hosted server that I want to use for migrate? Um, I come across for every single cloud infrastructure that I decided to use Lightsail though from the AWS. It's really simple, and yeah, I wanna do it now so everyone can see what's inside of the Lightsail. Amazon Lightsail. They turns out provide already for the cost for version 4. So I need to only create the instance, and the image is gonna be a Linux, and yeah, the image is gonna be a Linux. So here a lot of content management system or CMS is already there, like WordPress and Magento or Joomla. Drupal is already here. You don't need to worry about anything. They already provide the apps, so we only need to provision this as an apps for the instance. This one is a Ghost version 5. This is the newer version of Ghost that uh, I can be seen so far. Okay, just pick the Ghost, and Ghost packaged by Bitnami. Okay, this is a good provider. Bitnami is an open source publishing, and I know that since I provision some Redis clusters or something for the cloud native platform open source. I know Bitnami well. Pretty cool. And I want to use the SSH keep here. I already have SSH Ghost here. So to wait, I need to check it first. Do I still have it or not? Yeah, I got it. SSH Ghost, that certificate. So if you want to create, you just create a new one. But since I already have this previously and 3 days ago, and yeah, I don't need to create a new one again. So this key is actually to use to access your instance later on from local. It doesn't rule out to SSH or access your instance from local, but also they provided console too. So you don't need to worry if you lost your key. Yeah, it's a simple thing. Here's the thing: the instance plan. The instance plan, if we compare with this plan, is actually we can save enough of bugs, right? For example, we wanna choose this one five bucks instead of 9 bucks. Well, it's pretty cheap. For 4 bucks, we can save 4 bucks. I don't recommend for this one because it's too not compatible with the Ghost, because Ghost is also have a minimum requirement for the specification. So yeah, is it recommend that you need to choose this 5 USD because the specification is satisfied for every single thing inside of it. And yeah, just skip this. You don't need to have two if your traffic is not that high. And here, you don't need to do this tags. If you want to do this, it's okay, but I don't want. I want to skip this. Just create an instance, and it will take a while for us for instance to be running. Just wait for 2 or 3 minutes until it's run properly. But we can see that here we already have the public IP IPv4, and we can actually see our initial page by using this to check whether it's already provisioned or not, the server. Yeah, probably I will later do this, but let's see that I cannot even click anything like settings or anything. Yeah, just so sad. Probably you were wondering why I need to use Cloudflare as DNS management, because I leveraging Cloudflare not only for the DNS but also for the SSL or TLS certificate. So your this one, no no, this one. For example, I leverage this as a certificate for secure connection by using the SSL. It's free, totally free. I wanna try Flare. Try to sign in. I think I forgot the password. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. The moment of truth. Cloudflare. This is my domain that already hosted here. So you can also see the traffic, the visitors. For example, the unique visitors is 85 for this 24 hours, and for the SSL or TLS here, I am using here I am using full encryption, so it will terminate it between this one after passing the Cloudflare. I also terminate this in here before the traffic arrive at the origin server. I didn't use full streak like the certificate inside of the origin server because I need to somehow requires to put the certificate inside of the instance. Only useful instead of flexible, it terminate into layers in here and here before and after Cloudflare. So it's already covered all of the security, so don't worry about it. I didn't use this recommender, no. The origin server, only that simple, like as simple as click on this and the SSL or TLS are already there, and your site is already have this locked mechanism. Like connection is secure mark. The issuer is from Google Trust Servers LLC. You need to check this. Oh, it's already there. So it's already up and running. And how to see how to manage this at in initial pace. The connection is not that secure. So I want to show you the console first. So this is the console from the AWS Lightsail. This is the initial thing, and we have actually Bitnami credential here. We can cat the Bitnami credential. Here is the user, and this one is the password. And here in we can use this slash goes, and you will see the email and password for the authentication. And from that, by the given terminal here, the user and password, we can use this credentials. Use this credential here, and also where's that? For the password, we can also copy and paste this password into this one. And sorry, what's the password? Oh, I didn't. Turns out it's not. It's not in my clipboard. I need to somehow copy this into my clipboard. Okay, that's good. Need to double check. Okay, this password is already on my clipboard, and voila, this is the ghost, and brand new ghost. And actually, this is really cool. It's really cool. And if we compare, this is interesting. If we compare with the pro version of Ghost Manage Host and the self-hosted Ghost, it's not that really different. It's quite the same and similar each other. Probably all the features inside of this is the same, just like the same, like here, post and explore. You can design your own blog, your own brand, your own site, in landing page, or every single post you can dynamically change there. Or you can also use a code injection to yeah, everything can be seen here. And yeah, another else that I want to try to show to you guys is not that as is. I mean, this is still need to be changed. Like, this is not static IP, meaning it will be changed anytime when the instance go down. The IP will be not that static. For example, this already, you enter this IP to your record. Somehow it's still not static. So how to change it become static IP? Yeah, create a static IP over here. Like, I only try to I already create a static IP, and then I need to only attach this static IP to the ghost instance and attach this, and voila, this is my brand new static IP. Instead of using this, let's see if it works. Yeah, this is my static IP. Now this is not working anymore. It's not working anymore. So you need to change this to brand new static IP. So it would be static behavior. Voila. Oh yeah. The credential, I forgot that. User at example.com here, and the password as well. Got it. And oh, sorry, it's happening again. It doesn't copy to my clipboard. I don't know why. Good one. That's a good one. Not only for the static IP, if you want to leverage or if you want to make sure that your site will be available all over the world, connections is it's gonna be improve your performance considerably. You can also use this features like networking. You can also create a distribution for your Amazon Lightsail. So you need to actually create a ticket for the distribution first, because it's not enabled by default on your Amazon Web Service account. So you need to basically create a ticket for Amazon distribution. Once you get the distribution, cloud front distribution is enabled by the Amazon Web Service support, you will use that here for the quota. So you probably uh, get 2 or 3 website distribution quota for one request. So yeah, you need to, the requirement here is only to create a ticket for the Amazon Web Service support. That's it. And you will see that we need to attach the static IP and ghost instance inside this distribution for the CDN, content delivery network. So we can improve the performance of our site worldwide. So you don't need to worry if your friend from America, the USA, or from European to access your site is not really much having a high latency to access. So that's still really cool and seamless. Best for dynamic content, best for WordPress behavior. Is that we need to update the cache in all of the region that AWS has in every single country. Just the distribution plan is a first year for free. Yeah, I need to choose this free, and it's really cheap. It's really cheap, so you don't need to worry about the cost because our traffic is not that much. Distribution one, and create a distribution. 50 gigabyte for the initial year, for the first year. Cool. And I already have this one, the default domain, and it is still in progress, but we need to wait for a moment. Like this is gonna be our new, instead of using this static IP, we are previously used this, right? And we will use this domain for the CloudFront in order to put it in our records later on here. So we need to replace this later with this Cloudflare, and we need to replace this as well for the CNAME. Yeah, we need to only wait for the process here for the distribution is up and running first, and then we can go ahead to migrate all the things like my posts, or probably we need to do it now. Like I need to make sure that my design is the same and consistent between my old my and my brand new site by using the self-hosted server. But it's not okay. It's already have it SSL or TLS over here. So but we also need to you know uh make sure in Cloudflare is also have a layer for the SSL or TLS as well. If you want to see an S lookup for this, we can see the dynamic IP. So meaning we are it already cached to the region, to this Indonesian region in the server. I don't know. Uh, AWS had already have their own network and hopes, so we don't need to worry about it from the USA. If you NS look up this domain, you will see different thing here for the cloud front. The IP is gonna be different, and we can also check it in host check here. The see, this is the first server is from Ireland. It's distributed between among all of the region like Ireland, the USA, Austria, United States, and also Austria. So it's distributed, and AWS will handles it your site. So you don't need to worry about it. You don't need to worry about this search engine optimization. You don't need to worry about it. Amazon Web Services is already good for distribution and caching for the CDN. If I haven't mistaken, for the design, no, I didn't. Oh, I'm using another theme like headline, not headline. Oh, I'm using digest. I'm using digest, and I gotta install this. Wanna see it? Okay, it's already here. Digest, and just setting up something. Later on, I will try to adjust it. But most of the thing that I need to, yeah, this subscribe button I already hide it in here, so it only have a search button left. Later I will do that, but and here in this video I only want to show you guys how to migrate this as well. And we as can be seen here in the diagram, we need to change the traffic from the old Go server managed hosted to the Go self-hosted, the brand new server. So yeah, from Cloudflare, we need to edit this to be able to have distribution here. I don't know is that working or not for this is IP address, right? But this is the CloudFront DNS. Is it working or not? Oh yeah, it need to be valid IP address. For the valid IP, we need to use the static IP instead for the www. But I static I oh yeah, here is the static IP. But I don't really use www as a subdomain, because from front end, I am using directly alfianfirmansyah.com without any single subdomain in front of my site. So it's not that really need to do here, but it's okay. We will use the static IP, not the distribution one, since I didn't really encourage or emphasize this as a main site. Instead, I am using this CNAME as a main site. We need to use the distribution here, the distribution domain. Let's copy and paste to here in this one and click save. Cool. And let's see how it works then. Like, go to alphainformation.com. So yeah, I found out that the distribution is something like kind of hard and very simple at the same time when you were trying to provision something in Amazon Lightsail. It's pretty simple. Everything is simple, but not simple if we want to custom the traffic from this distribution to the Cloudflare, so it cannot be integrated each others. So meaning we will not use distribution from here. I mean the caching mechanism from the Amazon or from this Lightsail. So I need to only disable this distribution first. Instead, I am since I using this Cloudflare still, I can use this caching and some optimization that we can use for the site. And I found this gonna be a convenient way. So yeah, everything can be seen here and can cover for all the security for all the cache from the Cloudflare itself, so we don't need to worry about it. It already have a CDN too. I think we don't need to have a distribution here. We only need to have instead the static IP. Still deleting process and static IP is still needed. That's why from the Cloudflare side, I need to only put or entry this static IP to my records. I want to open my proxy using the static IP of our Lightsail. Like it still have the same source to this target. How if I try to like this first to make sure that this is work? Oh, it works. Yeah, to make sure only it works, right? So the problem is gonna be within the cloud front itself, that doesn't it cannot be integrated between the cloud front and Cloudflare somehow. So yeah, I think I want to open my proxy using the static IP of our Lightsail, and this one is also for static IP, and that's it. That's how we gonna serve it to all of the world using Cloudflare itself. It's not gonna be a problem then. Thank you so much, and we already have migrated my site to a newer self-hosted ghost.org's content management system. So hopefully, if you want to uh, serve your own self-hosted blog or post or something, just follow this step using the Amazon Lightsail. It's pretty cheap and you don't need to worry about anything. Just click as is. You don't need to worry about the configuration or anything. And also, if you want to use the SSH, just simply just go to SSH. Here they said, if we see here, the username is Vietnamese to connect to this IP, meaning this username is gonna be here at this one. But don't forget to use your certificate or your access key, and you're good to go. You already have accessed the binary instance of your codes here. Pretty simple. I recommend you to use this Amazon Lightsail anyway, instead of using the managed hosted from Gauss, because it's more cheaper and you will not get something bad that happened to me. Like I cannot even click anything here. You need to pay first. Thank you so much for your visit. My today's video in this morning. Hopefully it works for you and it can help you to create your own self-hosted blog. Thank you.